What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I had to do this, and it makes me sick because I have a video that I've completed already. It's been done for, today is Tuesday. It's been at probably Sunday. I have a video that I produced for you about Naomi Osaka. I knew I wanted to do something on her when I did the Serena Williams thing, because there is a issue that is there, and so I needed to get off the path for a minute to cover that. I'm disgusted because it would have been good to bring that with this. But since that file is complete and completely ready for upload and done and all of that, it's just going to have to be a separate video. But I was very tempted to go back. Because there's echoes. You know, it's like an orchestra, you know. Okay, an oboe doesn't look like a French horn, but they're in the same orchestra. So there's some things that can, you know. Anyway, let me just get past it. The only reason why I'm doing this is because you'll recall, those of you that have been with me for a minute, way back, when they first started talking about Bill Cosby, I said I think I did a video and I'm like, I'm not doing a whole lot on this because it's going to be this and the third and I'm over it and I can't, and I did my video. Well, this is the end now. And I come to be a voice of reason, contemplation, thought, and reflection. And to hopefully help you see what really lies in front of us. As I speak to you, I have not created a title for this video, but I think it will be called hashtag Me Too, hashtag white hypocrisy, hashtag. That's as far as I can get right now. God damn it, the universe is gonna have to give me the rest. But I feel like it's hashtag Me Too, hashtag white hypocrisy, hashtag double standard. That feels right. I want to also say at the beginning that the main accuser, whose name I can't call right now, and I assume they're going to mention it in this article, that person's sexuality is highly in question to me. Like, don't show me a zebra and tell me it's a fucking cocker spaniel. The bitch is a man. I said it. That's first. Now, I need you to understand and keep in mind that as Bill Cosby is being handcuffed, there is a white devil who is going through hearings up on Capitol Hill right now to be a fucking Supreme Court justice in this bitch. The highest level of law and order in this bitch. And there's like 80 fucking bitches that are coming out of the woodwork saying he's done everything. But we don't hear the same rhetoric from white media that we hear about and have heard about Bill Cosby. And by the way, I've got some videos I've got lined up for you on this as well. We don't hear the same rhetoric. Just like the entire time that Obama was president, the vitriolic way that white devils spoke about him, those same devils now have a satanic criminal in the White House And they excuse everything that he's done. Meanwhile, Obama couldn't even mention that he was black. He couldn't even mention that Trayvon Martin would have looked just the fuck like him, even when he absolutely would have fucking looked just the fuck like him. White hate, hashtag. Add that one. So, this whole Kavanaugh thing that's going on up on Capitol Hill is being treated as some fucking prom dance or something. Like it's just formal hearings, and it's just formal hearings, and what happened today, and what happened today, and these are highlights. No, bitch, go in there and arrest that motherfucker up out of there. Your nomination, or even any the process of trying to see if you can be nominated, is over now. The white double standard. Just like the fucking 9 people, the 9 brothers and sisters that protested the death of both of them, went immediately to jail for protesting the injustice, but the bitch that did the injustice is walking the fucking earth. You see what I'm saying? Let's be clear. Because just like she just vanquished out of her fucking apartment in 10 days, where's the video of the movie of the fucking U-Haul truck? I'd like to see that. I'm going to need that for my evidence on this. Who has the video? Because pictures won't work. I need video of the bitch's U-Haul. Show me a document now from the local... Matter of fact, damn it, if the hour wasn't late, I'm just hateful enough right now to call the fucking Texas and go and call goddammit U-Haul that's within radius of where the bitch lived and say, yeah, did this whore rent a truck from you? Because how did she get her stuff out? And remember, they said that the office put out a memo to tenants that she lived there no more. Who does that? I've never lived any place, and I've been an apartment manager. And somebody moves out, you don't put out a notice to everybody else to let them know somebody moved. So what? They moved. New tenant. Next. But that's suspect. Because if she really moved out, people would have seen the bitch moving out. And we have no report of that. No report. I suggest to you, either the bitch didn't move out. I suggest to you her apartment is still there. It's just been closed up and they just act like it hasn't been rented yet or some bullshit. Whatever. I'm going to need that evidence. I'm going to need that. You see? So here's what happens in a sane world, everybody. When you see for instance, when our brothers are still behind bars for marijuana, like a fucking roach or something, clearly not something they had some big major narcotic operation going on, and we see the shit go legal, in a sane world, motherfuckers are showing up with backhoes and fucking wrecking balls and shit and breaking motherfuckers out of jail saying, no, the shit is legal now, bitch, I'm not serving another, they're not serving another day. It's not happening. Why are we allowing the obvious double standard and injustice to happen right in front of us? That's when it's time to act. Because they're daring you now. I dare you. I dare you. It's like somebody stands right in your face and dares you to hit me. I will punch your fucking grill out. You don't dare me. That's a dare you will always fucking lose. Please understand and record that. Write it. So, this is my itchy hair about all of this. Like, I'm not a fan of Bill Cosby. I've said that. I'm sure I said that whenever I did the very first video, whenever this began like 1,000 years ago. Because that's my truth and it don't change. Like, Bill Cosby is just not my cup of tea. I did not watch The Cosby Show. I probably watched an episode just because you couldn't avoid it, or your channel was just happened to be over there and it was on or something. I mean, he's not funny to me. He's not my brand of humor. I can't. Like, I ain't a fan. But this is not about fandom. This is about what's right and what's wrong. You understand? And as I say, for me, the sexual identity of this main accuser bitch is highly in question, and I would need an anatomical review done by a pathologist and at least a certified nurse or doctor of the highest eminence that could come out and give us a report on the sexual identity of this person, because the bitch is a man. Do you understand me? She looks like Bruce Jenner. Do you understand me? Before the bitch became whatever he is now. So this is a problem, but it is also the making it seem as if black crime is worse than white crime, even if it's the same damn thing. And I would suggest to you, no, I would proclaim to you that no crime committed by any African person can ever be as heinous as any crime ever committed by a white person ever in the history of ever, because they are the most violent people on the planet Earth. Everything they have done has been through violence, murder, genocide, mass extermination and shit. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So, let us not equate Bill Cosby with anything that they have done. This is not the same crime, everybody. It doesn't come from the same place, even. I don't have to know him. You understand? It does not come from the same place. They're trying to make him out to be this devilish predator that was just sort of sneaking around and waiting on women as if he couldn't get a fucking woman. They're showing you 2018 Bill Cosby. Now, while he will never be the intensely handsome supermodel that I've always been, let us be clear. There was a time when Bill Cosby was a younger man. And he didn't have the pot belly. And he didn't have the fake I can't hardly walk, because that popped up after the first allegation. We noticed that. Suddenly he was being ushered along like Stevie Wonder. I never bought it. Alright, I know theatrics when I see it. Just throw in smoke. Alright, smoke and call action. Alright, and you got a scene. So I didn't buy it. But I understood it. And I was like, yeah, play that up. You know what I'm saying, Jazz? Because for whatever it might be worth. You know, like, cause I wasn't really mad at that. I'm just pointing it out. So he was a younger man. And not just a younger man, but a black man. And he was famous. Did I mention that? Huh? And by default, he's toting a log. You see what I'm saying? That any white heifer would love to get their hands on. You see what I'm saying? Now, did I mention that he was rich? So here you have this young, famous, rich, moderately, attractive brother. But I guess if you look back, like that look back then, he probably was like the it. You feel me? So I can't really, I guess. But the fact of the matter is he wasn't the fucking cousin it. He's not an ugly man. So he wouldn't have been unsightly to women of any hue. He's Bill Cosby. And even though I don't find his humor to be funny, I'm sure that's a thing that's very charming to his brand of humor. Was probably charming to a lot of women. Just, even if it wasn't going to be a relationship or a sexual thing or just somebody just in passing, women would gravitate to that, his sense of humor, you see. Because he's funny, obviously. He's rich for being funny. So, whether it's my brand or not means nothing. You're not going to get everybody. You can't. You can't have everything. So, that's fine. So, we're to believe they want to paint this picture that he was this desperate man who the only way he could get a female was to do this. That's essentially been the summation that's been painted, really. You know what I mean? Because they know you're only going to focus on what they're telling you and what's in front of you right now. That you're not considering the entire holistic value of the situation. And that's why I'm speaking right now. To snap your ass back into the holistics. And say, oh yeah, that's right, huh? You see? That's what I want out of you in this video. Oh, that's right, huh? And I want you to type that. Because this is, oh, that's right, huh? Like, I just saw his house for the first time in a video that I'm going to show you. I think it's in the video that I'm showing, one of the videos I'm showing you. And I can't. Like, I can't. Like, you could put, wherever he lives, you could put that entire city in his house and there's still room. You know? So, and I'm sure that's not his only home. This is still a multi-millionaire, everybody, that we're talking about. Forget that they took the Cosby show off. Forget that. That means nothing. You see, that wasn't his only asset. That was probably his most public asset, you see. And, but we don't even know if it was his most lucrative, you know, because he's a smart man, he and his wife, and I'm sure that he diversified and parlayed his money into various other avenues to have his money work for him, you see. And he's probably just living on interest, you know, buying yachts just on interest. Like, you don't even get to the principal money. Like, that's your real money over there, but that you'll never touch it because the interest is just paying off so much, you know. So I want you to be in the context of the whole life of this man, and not just this 2018 30-second soundbite that they've been showing for the last, how long has it been, y'all? Has it been 2 years? How long has it been? Like, when did this begin? I don't even know. Like, because it was so, like, I don't care on my radar. Like, I don't care, you know. It just, I can't. And also the timing. He's the first person, the only person that I know of. It is supposed to be all this outrage over hashtag Me Too, but I ain't seen nobody else perp walking. Nobody. Just like white double standard as usual, white hypocrisy, white demonism. Just like we saw Michael Jackson perp walked. The most famous human being to ever exist on the planet Earth. Period. And the greatest entertainer the world has ever known. But he's the fucking child molester? But yet it was an open secret and known that the fucking Catholic Church is just raping boys like 24 hours a day, round the clock. They're just bringing them in on trucks. And I've not seen a single fucking perp walk of a goddamn white ass priest. If there has been one, somebody please share that footage with me. Please, for the love of God. So it's like always, black man goes to jail for same white crime. You understand? And I also think it's questionable because even the creator, because this is also vicious from this standpoint, because the creator says that if you've done something and you repent for that and never do it again, you can't do the shit again and keep asking for forgiveness. It don't work like that, everybody. You are going to burn for that. And for reneging on your word. So it's a double burn for eternity. So, but if you repent earnestly from your heart, from your soul, for a transgression, and you never do that again, and you ask forgiveness, Allah will forgive you. Here these bitches come 80 years later. I think somebody needs to say, you're a grown woman now. Just by default, time heals. So you need to just take that to God. We can't do anything about that. We can't. You see? Because it's my understanding that the only thing there's not a statute of limitations on in this bitch is murder. Everything else, the statutes kind of run out. Now, they claim that the door was opened legally on him because of statements that he made in his deposition. I'd have to do a timeline on that to see if that's even valid. You understand? Because a deposition does not make an open case. So what? So what? I'd also have to know the laws in his state about making, how does that impact your Fifth Amendment? And is a deposition, does it impact or override your Fifth Amendment and things like that? Do you understand what I'm telling you? Like, there's a legal trail to be, of crumbs to be followed here before one can make an assessment about whether or not that was even valid as the precipitous thing that brought this to now what it has become. And oh my God, he's in cuffs and going to jail. All right. So they claim that's what opened the door. And then here come all these other heifers. You know, I also think one has to always take into account, as I've definitely said before, you have to understand the atmospherics, everybody. This is not the Holy Land in Mecca. You understand? This is the asshole of Satan, the capital of sin. They want their society to be that way. Listen, they don't want a society that is run by the laws of God. This is exactly what they want. And one could make a legal argument in a court, just like the fucking kid that was drunk driving and killed people head on, and then they go, well, because he's lived so rich, he doesn't understand punishment, and he didn't get no jail time. Fine, I see your argument. We would cite that in the case, and then you would bring this same moral argument now, because it becomes a moral argument. Even though courts don't really get into morality, it's about just making you whole, or determining damages and things like that. Morality is not in our legal system in this country. Everybody, you need to understand that. They don't really care about what's right and what's wrong. You see, it's not about what's right and what's wrong. It's, is there a victim? You see what I'm saying? This is why a traffic ticket is really not supposed to be being given to you, because there is no victim. That's a whole nother video. I'm not going to get into it. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, I could make the moral argument to say, based on the society that we fucking live in, where sex is being sold all goddamn day, which just means white naked bitches. That's all that really translates to. Sex is not being sold, because I'm not seeing orgies and pornography splashed across fucking TV. What all I'm saying is naked and half naked white bitches. That's what that means. White bitches naked is what sex sells translates to. You understand? Because it does not sell. It's just a way to use a woman to objectify them in the society, to keep men in a constant state of arousal, which fucks up the way you think. It diminishes the way you think and operate. This is why you don't even have athletes, especially boxers. They don't have no sex while they training, because there's a real physiological thing that's going on there. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't want any release going on. So when you keep men in a constant state of, oh, a bitch walks past you with a titty out, or she's jiggling, or she's got no bra on, or her cleavage is plunging down to her fucking navel, and then, oh my God, she's got on fucking stretched jeans, or she's got on leggings, and you can see the camel toe, and then a bitch comes on TV eating a hamburger, and she's throwing her hair back in a bikini, and there's water pouring on her, and I mean, all that stuff is meant to keep men in a constant state of arousal. This is why Allah says to the man, lower your gaze. It's not just about respecting the woman. It's about keeping your motherfucking jets cool at all times, so that you can be a clear thinker. You understand what I'm saying? You talk to a man who is a Muslim, who is operating that way, and you talk to a man who is not a Muslim and is looking at everything, they're not the same person. I will run circles around any brother intellectually. Do you understand me? Because I'm clear of thought. Add to that my diet. Add to that I fast 2 times a week. Add to that, add to that, add to that. You see what I'm saying? Your brain is the most powerful thing that you have. And when you're not clouding it at all, you'll be astonished at what comes out of it. So, I would make the argument that, Your Honor, based on the society in which we live, and certainly given the time when this happened, when it was all about quaaludes and free love and orgies at Studio 54 and, acid and peace and love and the Beatles and John Lennon and all the bullshit. This just came with the fare. This came with the fare. This was part of it. I would extrapolate my argument into saying, I would bring forth people saying, did you ever go to Studio 54? Did you ever see Mr. Cosby there? What celebrities did you see there? Tell me about what went on upstairs, because that's legendary. You see what I'm saying? And so this would be the culture of the day. Now it seems heinous looking back. Just the same way as you get white devils when they want to come against Islam in their eternal ignorance on earth. They always point to Aisha, who was nowadays underage, but in other cultures she still wouldn't be underage. You understand what I'm telling you? But the fact of the matter is, it didn't matter what her age was, because the Prophet didn't marry her for sexual gratification or any of that. The Prophet married her so she would maintain her rights as a woman, so that he would become her provider and protector. That's what is ordained for the woman by God. That's what the man is here to do. Serve and, goddammit, protect and provide for the woman. Kneeling before her. So, just as current day, I gave you the example. If a Muslim woman is with that, maybe her husband died, or she just hasn't gotten a husband, or whatever, something happened, then she can marry into another marriage, or relationship, or household, whatever you want to say. Not that she's going to be with that man, but that he has the means to be able to protect, provide, and serve for her. You understand what I'm saying? So she needs to maintain her ordained rights as a woman given by God. It's like as if you had an inheritance of $1 million. You don't care who the curator of the estate is. I just need to know that I got access to my fucking $1 million. So they say, we need to go stay with your Aunt Catherine because she's the curator. Okay, you go stay with goddamn Catherine. You see what I'm saying? Or no, Uncle Joe got it. So then you see what I'm saying? You wouldn't give a damn. Like, where's my money? Period. So it's the same idea. So I bring that to say that was at a time, we could look upon that. But that was the time, that was the way of the day. And then there was also not just, even though that wasn't the case with Aisha, like I said, hers was just so she could maintain her rights, but you had people who were not people of faith, that girls got married when they were just as soon as they had puberty. Like, done. You see? And it wasn't seen as something hideous. You see, Mary, the mother of Isa alayhi salam, was a young woman. We have to remember that. So this is important to understand atmospherics and period in time. So the argument could have easily been made in the case of Bill Cosby. Throw in that he's rich and famous would help him, actually. You see? So this is a witch hunt. This is about bringing down. This is not about morality, because white people don't care about morality. Their whole society shows us that. Otherwise, we live in a moral society. That I just proved my point by stating it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just the fact this fucking place exists proves my point. Are you with me? So, this is not about morality. They don't care about this man-ass bitch, and they know it's 1,000 years ago, and nobody cares. They know it. They know it. Because if that was the case, they'd be still in mourning over the hoses and the dogs being turned on us. Huh? They'd still be in mourning. There'd be a hashtag for that, but I haven't seen that. I just haven't seen it. Damn it, I just haven't seen it. They'd still be outraged over the beating of Rodney King, if we can just go there. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to throw you some random things to help you understand this is not about fucking morality. They don't give a fuck. They really don't. They really don't. You see? And everybody knows that in Hollywood it's an open cesspool. It's an open cesspool. Men are sleeping with men. Women are sleeping with women. Adults are sleeping with children. I mean, it's go pick your sin. But he is a melanated man. And so to make our white ass feel like we're doing something about our own unending sin that continues as he marches into the fucking jail with handcuffs on, we have to do this so we can act like we're doing something about it as if we're actually moral and give a fuck when we don't. And we're the spawn of Satan. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It stinks to the highest heaven. That is how great the stench is. To the highest heaven. To the highest. So it's not about morality. This is about bringing down, it's fake morality, and it's also about bringing down another African great. You see? Just like they orchestrated the whole Aretha Franklin thing as a attack on the image of African people in this country to beam that across the earth because they are the devil. It's the same thing. Just as they rained down lies and scandal on Michael Jackson, may he rest, is the same way they're raining down this on Bill Cosby and anybody else, because they immediately had to go and start finding black people. Because for every one African brother that has done any of this bullshit, there's 80,000 fucking white devil ass men who are doing the shit right now as I talk to you. Doing it. What is it? Julie Chen's fucking husband just crashed and burned. Huh? This is the culture in this country. It's the culture in the country because women have taken the bait. If you act like Muslims, you understand that you're never alone with a woman. A man and a woman are never alone that are not related or married. Ever. We don't got no hashtags. We don't have it. We don't have fucking child molestation. We don't have it. You understand? We don't have any of this bullshit that you have in this asshole of Satan. We don't have it in the Muslim world. It does not exist. So something is being done wrong and something's being done right. Something. The evidence is there. The evidence is there. You understand? Muslims are praying 5 times a day. So while your child is being shot down in the street, our child is somewhere praying probably. Didn't have time to be out getting shot because they were praying and reading Quran. Way of life, everybody. Way of life. Way of life. You see, you go back the last 20 years. You can go back as many years you want and start in any decade you want. And show me the police brutality and show me the names of the victims. None of them read like our names. None of them. None of them. Although you get close with Amadou Diallo, who I believe was a Muslim. Because when I saw his mother, she clearly was Muslim and he was Muslim. But not because he was anywhere doing anything. He was besieged upon by this white devil, as most of our brothers and sisters are. But I'm saying to you that he was an aberration by comparison. In non-Muslim black community, it's the norm. That's why we have Black Lives Matter and everything else. And that's why we fight against oppression, because it's an everyday fucking thing. It's been going on for fucking generations. So by comparison, this is an aberration. If in fact Amadou Diallo was a Muslim. Alright? So, I lose my train of thought. But what I'm trying to say, I think, as I try and get back on track, is to say that this is about bringing down any of our greats. They want to annihilate, as they rewrite the history books to make it seem like we came here as migrant workers, like on our fucking own, on like a goddamn pickup truck and shit. Like, while they do that, and while they continue to rewrite our history and write us out of history and bring their white ass in where there's no way they could fucking exist, this is all part of the big scheme. The Cosby Show is off the air, so no one will remember that. And even if it shows up in syndication someplace, he won't be remembered for the guy that gave millions of dollars to institutions and did a lot of things behind the scenes. Even though he talked shit about black people in public, he did a lot of good for us behind the scenes. His intentions were right, and his money was in the right place at the very least. You see? So, but none of that is to be remembered. This is supposed to be the gossip. Just like we're not supposed to remember that Michael Jackson is the most famous human being that ever lived since God created Adam. And that he was the biggest selling artist and the biggest fucking entertainer ever in the history of existence. They only want to talk about allegations of child molestation where not a fucking thing was proved. This is the work of a devil. You understand? The devil. The. So, let us get into this now and understand the details of this. Bill Cosby sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison for sexual assault. Bill Cosby, once known as America's Dad, was sentenced... Wait. America's Dad. Oh my God, my people. I really do have something to contribute, or I would never speak. And having said that, I promise you, if you listen to me, you will always learn something. Because my gifts, like all gifts for any human being, your gifts are not your gifts. Your gifts are to give away and to share and enrich others. It's always better when we all have it. When we all have it. So we can say, isn't this great? Isn't this good? Yeah, I know how, and we can testify. You don't just sit in the corner and hold your shit. Because it will wither and die. And it will be given to someone else. And you won't be eligible for it. Bill Cosby, comma, once known as, they've already written the epilogue. The eulogy is right in front of you, and we haven't gotten to the end of the first sentence. Once known. Huh? When did he stop being known as that? Because two things can exist in the same place. You see what I'm saying? You can accuse Michael Jackson of being a goddamn child molester, and he can still be the most famous human being that ever walked in civilization ever in the human of ever. In the history of ever. Stay focused. Bill Cosby, comma. That means we about to go in. See, a comma? That means, you know how black folks would be like, wait, first of all. Soon we say first of all, it's a whole line of fucking indictment and shit that's coming after that. That comma is their equivalent of that. Understand that. Alright. Bill Cosby, comma. And you can even do the hand. You know how the sisters do that grabbing thing? Well, we all do it now. Brothers, we all do it. That grabbing, the air thing. Lil Rail says, it's like, what you trying to do, pull my soul out of me or something like that? Damn it. Anyways, Bill Cosby, comma, with the hand, once known as America's dad. That's when you start pointing. You see what I'm saying? Once known as America's dad. But see, this is in quotations, everybody. Because, again, the anatomy of language, everybody. This is how you understand this enemy. When you really understand the essence of their evil, you talk like I do. You live like I do. You do what I do. And when I'm talking to any African that's not echoing my energy, I know they don't know. They don't know. While they stand in front of you with their head full of beautiful locks and their African medallions and their conscious proclamations, they don't know anything. They're babies. Babies. Embryos, even. They haven't even gotten to the point where they can have milk behind their goddamn ear. learn from just this one sentence what I'm going to show you. Haven't read it. Don't need to. All I know is it says up here, CNN. That means Caucasian something, something, something. And no Negroes. You see what I'm saying? Or Caucasians, niggas, not now. Whatever. That's all I need to see. Because I know that's not of me. And I know the atmospherics. Write that word down. Atmospherics. I want you to become very acquainted with that word in your daily life. In your daily life, because it will cause you to stop in any situation, whether you're experiencing, seeing, hearing, listening, it doesn't matter. It will cause you to stop and say, what is the atmospherics? The atmospherics, that means everything, the atoms, the molecules, the lighting, the people, the smells, whatever. Atmospherics, write it. So, I know this is not of me. And I know the atmospherics. I live in the asshole of the devil. So, this is not going to be presented by anyone who is of me. So, what is on the page is the devil's blood. That's how I approach any media in print or video, quite frankly. If they're speaking or they're writing, goddammit, I'm scrutinizing every word, every comma, every punctuation. What did they say? What language did they use to say it, and how did they say it? Because I need to discover the truth. Discover the truth. You should write those two words down. Discover the truth. That should always be your pursuit in everything in life. Discovering the truth, not deciding it, buying into an opinion. No. Discover the truth, because truth is. It's living, it's breathing, it's an entity. It is one of the attributes of the divine. It's real and tangible. So of course it's always present. But like a diamond, it's not always obvious. Bill Cosby, once known. Like they've already written him off in 10 minutes. Huh? How old is this at the time that I'm finding it? Update 11 Eastern Time, September 25th, and I'm over it. Okay, whatever. Alright, we're just hours in. But was once known, everybody. That means, put that out. We've already written him in as a historical relic now. That's how you're supposed to see him. Because it comes right after the comma. Bill Cosby, once known. Like that's where we're at now. That's the module we're moving into now, Bob. Get Bill down the hall so he can come in and see the module. Once known as, quote, America's dad. Just a second. That is a title given to him by the white devil. How do you know that, Jedi? Well, I'm going to tell you. Because when they have decided that you're okay for them to feel comfortable with. Look, we have a black family on TV. We have, not they have, meaning us. We, meaning themselves. We have a black family on TV, conscious of the fact they own television. We have a black family on television, and they can feel good about letting their children watch it, and even though they're racist as fuck and they cannot stand the fuck out of black people, they can just feel sort of assuaged for all of their evil for all the centuries since 1619 and beyond. You know, even before the slavery thing, go way on back to when they were savaging out the, ancient Egyptians, and go on back, just go on back. You see, they can feel good about themselves. And the moment white people feel good about you, they like to give you little nicknames, huh? You show up on the job. They can't stand your black ass, 'cause you're black. You see what I'm saying? If you're a sister, you look better than their ass. So anything you wear, goddammit, you're killing it. But as soon as they realize that you ain't that hostile, sister, because you ain't been listening to the Jedi, you see, and maybe your name is, Lakeisha. I love the name Lakeisha, actually. I don't know why I pick it all the time. I love Lakeisha. I never met a Lakeisha that I didn't love. I just love that. Lakeisha. It's so, you won't forget it. Like Lakeisha. And I never met a Lakeisha that wasn't fine. Okay, you're getting into something. Okay, that's going to be in the book, everybody. I'm going into the book now, and that's like chapter 15. I don't want to get into that. All right. I don't want to get in. Don't send me messages wanting the book and wanting advanced copies. It's not going to happen. All right, stop hounding me. All right, that's going to be in the book, like chapter 15. All right, fine. So let's say you show up and your name's like Lakeisha. First, the bitch can't say it. When they still in that, they don't know you ain't the sister soldier type. Once they find out maybe you think that Brad Pitt is cute and you got some ugly ass white motherfucker that's famous that's supposed to be hot, which no motherfucking white dude looks like a goddamn. But we'll go with that fantasy. Alright? And so once they find out they ain't dealing with Sister Soldier, suddenly they want to just call you Kiki, or can we just call you Key? Can you just call you Keish? Because they just need to feel cozied up against you like you're their little black teddy bear and shit. So this was the case with Bill Cosby, because he didn't challenge. He didn't call to account. He didn't hold up a mirror. So I'm saying, you don't even got to indict. You don't got to do that work. So I'm saying, leave that work for me. Just hold up a mirror and watch them disintegrate. Disintegrate into dust. Dust. They malfunction. They misfire. Their wires burn up. You see. So this is America's dad, because they named him that. But Michael Jackson was the king of goddammit pop, and everything else, quite frankly. But when they said it, he was the self-proclaimed king of pop. Or the so-called. In other words, we haven't given him that title. So he's self-proclaimed or so-called. But you see here, Bill Cosby, once known as not the self-proclaimed or the so-called, it's in quotations, America's dad. And America stands for white. That's what that translates to, everybody. That doesn't mean anybody else. And they remind you that they're real Americans and they want their country back and they want to make America great again. So that's not your ass. So he was once known, because they have shut the door immediately, because they're fickle like that and fake as a bitch. So they've already closed the door in 10 seconds. Handcuffs, once known. Even before the handcuffs. We didn't need the handcuffs. He was once known. Because he's betrayed them now. We let him into our household. My kids watched him. That little Tutty girl was our favorite. Can't say Tootie. Or it wasn't even Tootie, it was Rudy, goddammit. I'm over on the facts of life. I'm over me. Alright, goddammit, get the Jedi out of here. Goddammit. Bring in the stand-in. Roll in the stand-in. Bring in the stand-in. I can't do this production. You just can't get good actors. You just can't do it. But it's a betrayal, like OJ. That's why the visceral disgust with OJ. We wasn't into OJ before the trial. We was just there to make sure that justice was served. As soon as they said not guilty, we went back to our fucking lives. They're still in therapy. They're still in therapy. I'm being told by my assistant they're checking, and we've got 10 therapists, major therapists in the country on the line. They're all telling me they're in therapy. They're all telling me. They're telling me. So he was America's dad. A huge time, because it was the #1 show. And when we have something #1, they want to attach themselves to it. Barack Obama was a nigga and a Muslim and every fucking thing else. Until the Associated Press is now reporting that Senator Barack Obama will be elected president of this bitch. Well, he's half white. He's actually biracial. He's biracial. Tiger Woods is biracial. Bitch, no. He's still ours. Whitney Houston, hours. Michael Jackson, hours. You know, God damn it, James Brown, hours. Aretha Franklin, hours. Just like, keep going. Hours. Hours. Just like the Sphinx and the pharaohs and the pyramids. Hours, bitch. Hours. Right? Hours. O-U-R-S capital. Hours, bitch. Write it. Hours. Now, Bill Cosby was theirs because we weren't all that in love with him. We're realistic about who we love. You see, Bill Cosby was ours, and we know he's there, and that's Bill, and it's all good. And we have our ups and downs and our criticisms and throw him out with the bathwater and whatever. But we still know instinctively he's ours. Good, bad, and the goddamn it ugly. It's ours. That's Bill Cosby. Look like us, walk like us, smell like us, talk like us. That's ours. That's Bill. Damn it. But we didn't really ogle over him. They were on OJ's sweaty sack. Do you understand? We could care less about OJ. He's just, because we have so many riches. So many. We have so many. We can't even, there's so many. We can't even name them all in a sitting. So OJ was just one. And he was great. Of course he was great. He's one of ours. Of course. You see, of course Bill Cosby was number one on TV. He was one of ours. Of course Oprah's the number one talk show ever in the history of fucking ever because she's ours. Of course. We have so many. Everything we do is number one. You see? Everything we do is number one. Period. I just saw where, I'm getting off to the subject, y'all, but y'all know when you come to my video, you're gonna get a whole lot of stuff. It's relevant. I just saw a brother who makes Tesla look like a school kindergarten kid with crayons. Excuse me. He's in, I believe, Tanzania. Has created the first electric car that does not need to be recharged, bitch. Does not. You hear me. Does not need to be recharged. And he's like 2 years old or some shit. Okay, he's not 2, but he may as well be. Like, he's not some old dude. Do you understand me? I bring that just to bring my point home, to say anything we do, we're number one. Anything. And they know it. That's why the feverish 24-hour, around-the-clock, 365-day-a-year effort to hold us the fuck back. You see? So, America's dad. Once known, like he died. You see? Like, I didn't see no obituary, but he's once known. Was sentenced Tuesday to 3 to 10 years in a state prison for drugging white bitches and a man-ass bitch at his home 14 years ago. Now, my understanding is that this isn't just 14 years ago. They go because they had the Beverly Johnson, but didn't she? Because when did this all start? Like 1,000 years? I don't know when this all started. Now with him, seems like it's been going on forever. But this is longer than the 14 years. I think they're starting the 14 years because it was like the most recent, or I don't know. I can't remember now. I just can't remember. It's too convoluted. But and this was the man-ass bitch. By the way, now that I'm looking at it, the bitch's name is allegedly, because the bitch is a man, Andrea Constand. Sounds fabricated. Con. That's with. That's Spanish. Con. Stand. Stand with. Stand with. Drop the A. Put in a center Q. You have Andre. Andre withstand. Andre stand with. The bitch is a man. I proved it. Alright. Cosby's bail was revoked because of that long rap sheet that we all know about and his crime wave that he's been on for the last 50 years, huh? So we definitely want to revoke bail for this 190-year-old man who walks with a cane. He's a danger to all society. You don't understand the danger, everybody. You don't understand. Was revoked, and he was escorted from the courthouse in handcuffs. Quote, this was a serious crime. Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, lying ass white devil said, Mr. Cosby, this has all circled back to you. The day has come. The time has come. That's written like by a fucking Hollywood script writer. I can't with. We're gonna be an hour. 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 Oh my! Because y'all know I can't just read anything. I just can't just read it because that's disrespectful to what's in front of you. It's also intellectually lazy. You can't do that. You can't. I can't. Hear this now. Quote, this is a serious crime. I would object to that, and I'm going to tell you why. By the way, I've got several videos lined up, you guys, and news clips of this that I'm going to bring you, God willing. Because, again, when this devil writes in blood, you have to go through it with luminol. You understand? I would object this was a serious crime. Why? Because, again, atmospherics. This is the asshole of the devil, where sin is the order of the day, indeed is the culture of the society. Is it a violation against women? Absolutely. If it happened, but the accusers are all white, and as an African, I can't believe what white people say just on their face, because in my own lifetime, I have proven every fucking day of my life that they are known liars. That is the truth. That is my life. That is what I know for sure. So any charges being brought against any African by someone of the white persuasion is absolutely invalid until I have what? Discovered the truth. Now, but is it a crime? No, because crime is a word created by white people. I don't know anywhere in the Quran, in the divine language, where the word crime is used. I'm not an Islamic scholar, so I'll have to check that. But I'm well acquainted with my book, and crime is just not something that I have seen used. It's right and wrong, just and unjust, things like that. But crime? No, because Allah deals in morality. What is a crime? What is an infraction against the divine and the spiritual soul? Follow me. That is a different indictment than a crime. Crime is a throwaway word. So, is this an immoral act? If true, absolutely. Is it a transgression against the feminine representation and energy? Absolutely. Crime, not so much. All right. You have to know something about language, everybody, but you also have to know something about the spiritual realm and faith and holiness and divinity, that's why I'm able to give that dissertation. I hope you understood what I just shared with you there. We'll go on. And it's in quotation. This is a serious crime, said the fucking lying bastard. Mr. Cosby, this is a quote. I'm sure he was trying to talk tough. So this is rehearsed. And this is for all of them who love to see people fall. Nobody else is into that, everybody. They've put this in the lexicon that, people love to build things up so they can tear it down. No, only white people. That's a part of their way of life. Humanity is programmed. Humanity, keyword, is programmed by the divine. It is the natural inclination of a soul. You could see it in a child. Some other child has something, they're happy for them, unless they've been polluted by adults. They are absolutely celebrating with them. That is the natural inclination of the human soul. The human soul. Now, when you're dealing with something demonic, then you love to build things up and tear it down. But I digress and move on. Mr. Cosby, this has all circled back to you. He's talking tough. He's like worth $5. Bill Cosby is several $100 million. The day has come. The time has come. See, this is personal. Not, we adjudicated the case and this was the finding of the jury and we're done. No. This is personal. Because it's always personal. And this is a black man. So, of course, any white man feels inferior to him, even while laughing at his Cosby show when they were allowing it into their living room. Stay with me. The day has come. The time has come. That means we've had it in for you, nigger. Huh? Because I don't care what nobody's going to tell me. This bitch is a man. I'm done. Cosby, convicted in April of aggravated indecent assault, declined. Cosby, convicted in April of aggravated indecent assault. Just a goddamn minute. Listen. This is a phrase I've never seen used in law, ever. Those three words just cozied up and hugged up, never seen them together. They don't know each other, and I'm sure they're meeting for the first time. I've seen aggravated. I've seen assault. I've seen indecent. I've never seen aggravated indecent assault. So by default, this language suggests that there's such thing as in the aggravated decent assault. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see an example of the decent assault that goes on. Huh? That must go on. The yin and the yang. The positive and the negative. If there's an indecent, then goddammit, there's a decent. Huh? This is a charge made up for Bill Cosby, everybody. Changing the rules while I'm playing the game. I can't take it much longer. I think I may go insane. Remember? Janet and Michael scream? That's what they was talking about. And Michelle Obama on the first campaign trail, the shifting and moving bar she always talked about. The shifting. Go back and watch them early speeches of Michelle Obama when Barack was first running. And you hear our sister keep talking about this shifting and moving bar. And we knew exactly what she was talking about. Indecent assault. Aggravated indecent. I can't get ready for that. I can't even get my pants on. I can't even get dressed for that. I can't. Somebody just bring it to me in bed because I can't do it. I can't do it. Cosby, convicted of this bullshit ass charge that they just made up, declined to speak to the court prior to the sentence because he wasn't going to give them a damn thing. His attorney has filed an appeal. And by the way, they've darkened up the picture, everybody. Huh? Of course. This is the same white devil that darkened the fucking picture of OJ on Time magazine. Don't come near me. Don't. This is a booking photo. A mugshot. And that's the lighting y'all got? No, they've darkened the photo. Like they always do with black men to make you look more menacing and scary to these pathetic ass, fragile ass, fucking white ass people. Ooh, boogie boogie. They should have the words boogie boogie written over it. Huh? In like the Halloween writing and shit. I'm over it. And moving on. He also was ordered to pay a fine of $25,000 damn dollars. Well, he had that in his shoe. plus the cost of wait just a second, bitch. Plus the cost of prosecution as part of the sentence. Nah, this is collusion of the whole fucking state against one black man. It's not about the fucking victims and this man-ass bitch. These white devil ass men want Bill Cosby's ass, and it's right there in goddamn it print, and I'll prove it. He was also ordered to pay a fine of $25,000, which is excessive. Cause where's the money for the victim since we care so much about this man-ass bitch? Plus the cost of prosecution. Just a second, everybody. In any court in this fucking land, you have a plaintiff and you have a defendant. You understand? And so the prevailing party is entitled to whatever damages they seek, in this case their $25,000, and their court cost. You don't pay for the entire fucking prosecution. In other words, just to help my people really understand, you're paying for your legal team and the motherfuckers that's fucking prosecuting you. All their shit. Their lunch breaks, their fucking, all the shit. And I've worked for some very prestigious law firms in this bitch. And I have done the billing. Do you understand me? He's paying for their goddamn lattes. And all the shit. This is malicious. This is prosecutorial lynching of a black man. And I would say just on that grounds, his team has an appeal. Before we even get to the facts of the actual charge of his case, they could show prosecutorial recklessness by the fucking judge and collusion and just overall white devilry. De jure. You understand? Plus the cost of prosecution? Like I'm gonna pay you to fucking send me to jail? Where does that happen? Oh, he's black. I'm sorry. Damn it, Jedi. You don't know a thing. Do you understand? Jedi, shut your bitch ass up. He's a black man. You don't understand. You don't even know where you live. You don't understand the atmospheric. Sit your ass down in the corner. Let the stand-in do it. You don't know anything. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that. All right. You just can't get help around this place. You just can't. You can't. You try. But the heinousness of this, everybody, I don't want this to be lost on you. You see? This is why you can't just go rushing through fucking articles. And so, and then call it some bullshit at the end. You haven't learned anything. You're supposed to go over every damn word. Like you're looking for goddamn it DNA. Because that's what we're looking for. Plus the cost of prosecution. So you want me to pay $25,000. You want me to pay for the motherfuckers that's sending me to jail, plus the judge. God damn it. Because it's the state. It wasn't the man-ass bitch. She allegedly ain't got no money. She couldn't bring no prosecution against Bill Cosby. And you're going to send me to jail. It's a triple lynching. And this is part of the sentence. You see? No restitution to the victim. Proving that this man-ass bitch and none of these victims, fake or real, I lean to the fake. None of them matter because here we're reading all the shit they've thrown at him. They've thrown the entire county at him. Nothing in there about restitution to victims. Just hadn't seen it. I'm looking for it. I'm still looking. Give me another half hour. I'm still looking. But I'm still looking though. Nothing. Nothing. Because it's personal. I always tell you it's us and them with these people all the time. Us and them. They're going to make sure you see Michael Jackson in handcuffs. They're going to make sure you see Bill Cosby in handcuffs. We got him. We got him. It's personal and it's racial by default. Whoever this asshole is, I guess it's, who's the fuck is O'Neill? The judge. The judge is saying this. When do we see judges coming out and making statements, everybody? Huh? When do we see that? Tell me the last judge you remember making a statement in any case. that was high profile or otherwise. I'll wait for you. Huh? Huh? No, because there isn't. The judge said. Huh? Wow. Now, if this was from the bench, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. It's still some bullshit because it's, you know, it's circled back on you. The day has come. The time has come. That's still personal. Whether it's from the bench or not, I'm over it. This asshole ruled that Cosby will be classified as a sexually violent predator, everybody. Wow. Bill Cosby is 190 years old. I have the carbon dating and the DNA. Don't test me. All right. He's 190 years old. And he's a sexually violent predator? Really? I ain't seen nobody else fucking perp walked. Nobody. I've seen heifers out with the Women's March and, ooh, the hashtag of it all, and we're wearing pink, and, ooh, and I can't. And I ain't seen no fucking perp walk of a fucking white-ass fucking devil. None of their white predators. I see Harvey Weinstein's ugly fat ass getting in and out of fucking darked out Suburbans and shit. No perp walk. Just Bill Cosby over a man-ass bitch at that. A man. The bitch don't look like a damn. Now or then. You see what I'm saying? The shit only gets worse as you get older. So he don't look like a damn now, and he wasn't a damn then, and I don't give a fuck. Bill Cosby wouldn't have wanted that. Period. This is not a desperate man. You see? Remember, Bill Cosby was once a young person, everybody. I remind you again. He was once a young person. And he's still not a bad looking dude. At all, quite frankly. I feel like he need a facial or something. Just, I mean, he's got the freckles or the, whatever you call, I guess it's freckles. I guess we would call that freckles on him. Moles, goddammit, it's moles. I said it. But not an ugly man. Looks great for his age. See what I'm saying? So definitely not into this man-ass bitch. Then or now. I'm over it. See what I'm saying? So, a violent predator, a determination that requires lifetime registration. He's 190. He's too old to be sexual or violent. Can we just add that? Or predatoring. Lifetime mandatory sex offender counseling with a treatment provider. And notification to the community that a sexually violent predator lives in the fucking area. So you wait now, the other white devils are queuing up because they're all one. There's no light between none of them. And when I get to the video where you see the aerial of his house, and I'm sure that ain't his only crib, you're going to see white motherfuckers right out in front of his house saying they don't want a sexual predator in the neighborhood. While he's in jail, they'll be terrorizing Camille and everybody else in the goddamn house. Watch, because that's the fucking evil that they are. Nobody else does that shit. Nobody. Only them. You're going to have fat white bitches out with their dumbass t-shirts on and their signs in front of Bill Cosby's house. Watch what I tell you. Mark your calendar. Mark it. Cosby was booked. We're not going to read all this. I can't. We'll come back to it. Let's go to our first video, you guys, because I'm already going up. Already. Let's go to our first video. Prosecutors hold news conference after Cosby gets 3 to 10 years in goddamn state prison. I'm over it. And by the way, all these motherfuckers feel the same way. I tell you, it don't matter what they do in the society, what costumes they wear, it don't matter what the fuck they do, it's the same fucking people. The same. Because silence is complicity, and we don't hear no objection from their ass for shit. So it must be all of them. You throw a fucking grenade into a room full of fucking dogs, you don't hear no more barking? God damn it, you got all of them.
So, throughout this investigation and prosecution, we have treated the defendant like any other defendant.
That's a lie. The fact that he said that means it's a lie. You see? Because let you, Joe Blow, listen to me right now, that statement would never come out. They only say that when they know that the shit is clearly evident racism and when it's a celebrity. So you have the double dip right here. He's an African and he's a celebrity. This is a white man saying it, so of course they have to say we treat him like everybody else. That's a fucking lie. If you let them talk long enough, they'll prove my point, I promise.
Defendant like any other defendant. Our office prosecutes approximately 9,500 cases a year.
9,500 cases, like this is just one of them, like this meant nothing. But did those other cases pay for your prosecution, bitch? So I already caught him in one lie right there. Down goes the white devil. Huh? There goes that lie. Because, what did he say, 195 cases a year? Or whatever the fuck the number is. So, wait, question before you go on, Mr. fucking prosecutor. How many of those cases paid your bitch ass to prosecute them? If we could just get a statement. Huh? That's when they run away from the microphone. No more comment, no more comment. Let us discover the rest of his lies that we are sure will happen because we see who's standing in front of us. And by the way, if this is a sister back there, she's just there for decoration. You know what I'm saying? She's just like the two bitches down in Texas. You know what I'm saying? She means nothing.
100 cases a year. And as prosecutors, it's our job to follow the evidence wherever it leads and to whomever it leaves and file charges accordingly. And then follow through on the prosecution of those crimes. That's what we do every day. We do the right thing. And that's what we did in this case.
He just spent 10 minutes telling us he did the right thing and every case is the same. The fact that you took 10 minutes to tell me that means it's not the fucking truth. And I've already killed one fucking lie. Let us go on.
We do the right thing because someone who has a lot of money, someone who is famous, someone who can get a lot of attention all over the world is by showing up someplace to eat.
Sounds like white jealousy to me. But wait, why are you mentioning that? Because you do 195 cases a year and you prosecute them all the same according to you. But nobody else is paid for their own goddamn prosecution. Why are you mentioning this, huh? Is that the stench of jealousy I smell? Is that the stench of jealousy? Huh? Wait. Yep, that's jealousy.
It's by showing up someplace to eat. Shouldn't be given a pass for their crimes and allowed to walk free.
He shouldn't be allowed. Jealousy. Jealousy. Jealousy and envy reigns. Never want to see you dead ahead. They just hold you back.
Because he and his defense team are going to make it hard to prosecute him.
Wait. If there's a crime, why is it hard to prosecute him over your 195 other cases? If you knocked an old lady down and killed her, you knocked an old lady down and killed her. Doesn't matter if you got the Pope standing behind you. You're guilty. Done. They're going to make it hard for us to prosecute him. Really? What do they know that you don't know? What power do they hold? I can't. This is lies, as usual.
Because he and his defense team are going to make it hard to prosecute him, or because it will be expensive to prosecute him.
It'll be expensive. Why is it expensive to prosecute him? If your evidence is the same for Tyrone Jenkins, whatever evidence you're holding in your treasure chest, that's the same shit you got for Bill Cosby. Why does he cost more than Tyrone Jenkins? I'd like an accounting of that. Oh, no more comment. Then they run from the fucking mic.
Every victim deserves justice.
Every victim deserves justice, said the devil.
Once that jury said guilty, and then said guilty.
See how his eyebrows went up? That was a "we got that nigger" look. Listen, I lived in the South, y'all. I know they ass. Watch the look.
Once that jury said guilty.
Once that jury said guilty, that's that same look George Bush would get. Think back now. That means when we say it, I mean it. Once that jury said guilty, once I saw that boy, insert dialogue as needed. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it's all there. It's dripping.
Once that jury said guilty, and then said guilty.
And it said guilty, had to say it again. And the little head nod. Oh, we're going to be here. God damn it. Get your pop secret.
Said guilty, and then said guilty, and then said guilty to all three charges.
And then it had to say guilty 3 times, and then said guilty to all 3 charges.
Of aggravated indecent assault.
Aggravated indecent assault. I've never heard that language in my life. Never heard it. Never heard it.
The sentencing guidelines indicated that defendants should go to prison.
Just a second, everybody. Language. He said the sentencing guidelines. That means the judge has discretion in the case. They can give you the $25,000 fine or not, and release you on your own recognizance. Discretion. When they say guidelines, that means the law is not finite. Otherwise, it would say mandatory, and the judge has no discretion in the case. They may know you're not guilty and they hate that it's your 3rd strike, but damn it, the law says 3 strikes, I have to sentence you as the judge is crying sentencing you. But guidelines means discretion. Discretion.
The sentencing guidelines indicated that defendants should go to
indicated that the defendant should, not must, or will, should. That gives all the fucking butt of the gun to the judge. Whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do. You see? Hear it.
The sentencing guidelines indicated that defendants should go to prison. We argued for the stiffest sentence.
We argued for the stiffest sentence because there is no mandate. The judge could have gave him 5 minutes. You're sentenced to 5 minutes in state prison and then you go your ass home. Oh, but it's white. I'm sorry. Damn it, that Jedi. Get him off the case. He can't do this video. He cannot do this video. Get him out of here.
Sentence to reflect that egregious natures of the crime.
We wanted more time to reflect the egregious nature to hear it.
To reflect that egregious natures of the crime. Giving women drugs so he can then have no resistance. It is a very serious crime.
It is a very serious crime. Meanwhile, he is a child molester and a secret homosexual, and he will be stepping down soon, everybody. It will all come out. You see, it's always these motherfuckers standing up at the mic with their white ass, with their fucking fake ass moral fucking high ground and shit, and they're the dirtiest motherfuckers in the bunch. He'll be stepping down, you see, because they step down. To say, your bitch ass gets fired. They step down. You see what I'm saying? So, next time you on a damn job and they're trying to fire you, tell them, no, bitch, I'm stepping down. You tell them you're stepping down. I'll get fired. I step down. I can't. I can't with me. Oh my God. It tells me I'll get fired. I step down. Wait, let's pick it up.
No resistance. It is a very serious crime, and the judge spoke of that today.
Spoke of that today. I hope you don't mind if I can't. Don't do it.
Doesn't matter.
Forrest Gump is fucking reading the charge against fucking Bill Cosby. The world is ending. Goddammit, there's going to be locusts.
That he is only now being prosecuted and called to account for those crimes. In the eyes of this court, he's a convicted felon.
He's a convicted felon in a society that, quote, sells sex. A liquor store on every corner. Strip joints and legalized prostitution and legalized marijuana and opioid crisis and, taking over fucking other countries, installing puppets, aggressing and genocide, AIDS, Ebola. This is the fucking felony? This is the crime? This what you got? This is it. Wow. I can't.
For those crimes. In the eyes of this court, he's a convicted felon and shouldn't be given a pass.
By the way, everybody, I thought this was a prosecutor. This is the district attorney. This is what the bitch in fucking Texas should have been doing. You see? But she's up there talking, we are going to complete our investigation. And our investigation, with her two teeth in the front, our investigation to see, we will bring all the evidence and to this grand jury. And we will, I can't. I'm getting lightheaded. Somebody bring me a Valium. God damn it. I can't. I'm seeing dark. I'm seeing dark. I'm seeing dark, goddammit. I'm seeing dark. I can't. It's late, y'all. It's late. It's late. It's late.
For this court, he's a convicted felon and shouldn't be given a pass. So I'm pleased that Judge O'Neill followed the sentencing guidelines.
And shouldn't be, we just said he's a convicted felon. But he just added, and shouldn't be given a pass. That's again that white jealousy. Bill Cosby, with all his fame and money, we'll show him. That was another dig. You have to listen closely to what they say. Because they're not as sophisticated as they want you to think they are. They just depend on your lack of vision.
So I'm pleased that Judge O'Neill followed the sentencing guidelines.
I'm pleased that Judge O'Neill filed the sentencing guidelines. And that's not what the judge filed. Because you just contradict your own self in that exact sentence. He didn't file a guideline. The guideline gave him discretion. Get your ass back into law school and sit down. In the back, bitch. In the back.
Handed down a fair and significant sentence that reflects the severity of Cosby's crimes and the lifelong impact
of Cosby's crimes, not Mr. Cosby. Huh? Not Mr. Cosby. You usually hear him with that bullshit. Of Cosby's crimes.
On Andrea.
On the man-ass bitch. Let's go to our next video. I'm over it. I remind you, this is not about morality. This is not about the victims. I've already proven that. I've proven that because there was nothing in all that diatribe about restitution to victims. Or retribution. Or restitution, I'm sorry. To victims. Nothing. And he only mentioned the man-ass whore at the very end of his statement. I've proven that now. This is a public lynching of this black man. And they would have done it if he had stepped on a cockroach. They just needed a vehicle for the lynching. That's all. A vehicle for the lynching. A vehicle. You see? And they all feel the same way. Every single one of them out there feel that.
Give us an idea of the mood.
Look, now this is Fox News. Give us an idea of the mood.
And Bill Cosby's demeanor.
See, did we get to him? Did we get to him? Now, they in the Fox News studio. You just saw the devil standing at the fucking podium. All of them agree. You see? They all have this intention of the lynching. So now they will automatically pick up. What was Bill Cosby's demeanor? Huh?
Give us an idea of the mood and Bill Cosby's demeanor.
I'll prove this to you because if he shows any type of he doesn't give a fuck, then they say he showed no remorse and he was arrogant. You see? Then if you show no emotion, they got nothing to go on and they'll still write the script in. I cite for you Michael Jackson. After one of his hearings, all he did was got up on top of the SUV. And everybody knows on those SUV you got these ridges and shit. The shit is slippery. It's not meant for humans to be standing up there. And Michael is always in slippery shoes. We know this. Michael wasn't going to be up there dancing on the fucking roof of the damn thing. But what did they print around the world? He was dancing on top of the SUV and thumbing his nose at this prosecution. The devil. Let us go on.
When the judge was just getting... Oh, I'm sorry, we got Bill Cosby walking out.
Okay, I'm sorry. They have to stop their talking. Wait, he's coming out. He's been out for the last 10 minutes since the fucking beginning of the report. Let's go back. Wait, he's coming out.
Give us
frame one. There's Bill Cosby right there. I'm over it.
An idea of the mood.
Still walking out. Still out. Out.
And Bill
out.
Cosby's
out.
demeanor.
Out. Out.
When the judge was just getting. Oh, I'm sorry. We got.
I'm sorry. He's just coming. I can't with these fucking people. I can't, dude. I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got Bill Cosby walking out right now. Where's that camera? There he is. So Bill Cosby, hold on a second, if you will, Bobby. We've got Bill Cosby now walking out. You heard earlier.
No, you don't have Bill Cosby walking out. He's already walked out, bitch. You have Bill Cosby getting in the fucking SUV. Done.
His spokespeople say that Bill Cosby was doing fine, that Bill Cosby was wrongly convicted. They're, of course, setting up the appeal here. Bill Cosby is now being placed into a vehicle.
A vehicle. They get so overly official for they're falling over their own fucking nuts with this. Like we're not 3 years old. Bill Cosby's being put in a fucking Ford, goddammit, whatever this model bullshit is, a fucking Ford SUV. He's been put into a vehicle like it's some strange shit that you and I have never seen on the earth.
Bill Cosby is now being placed into a vehicle. He'll be taken directly to Montgomery County Jail where he'll be processed.
And they're doing this as if they just caught the fucking Hillside Strangler or Ted Bundy or somebody. Like, I can't. He'll be taken to, and they start giving me the whole, and please, for the love of God, I haven't watched these clips, y'all. I just sourced them and the timestamp, and I just knew it was current, so let's do it. If I see one fucking aerial shot of them following this damn SUV anywhere, I'm fighting. I'm fighting.
The process of how long it takes to actually...
Look, everybody out there is a white devil. Everybody out there is a devil. Everybody. Well, you got a half devil over here, so I'm saying. But if they wear that goddamn uniform, goddamn it, they one of them.
Go from the jail to the prison. I'm unclear. Anahita, maybe you know this. Is it a...
It's a process. They have to process him, get his fingerprints, get him all checked out.
Because we have never heard of how they treat people that arrested everybody. So let the Fox people fucking... And now here comes the bitch chiming in. She knows it all because she's a criminalist.
They have to process him, get his fingerprints, get him all checked out medically as well. I think it was interesting that we heard that in prison they might assign him an inmate that will assist him because he is blind, because he is in poor health. I think that will be an interesting thing to see.
Yeah, so Bill Cosby is now in the car. He will be taken to Montgomery County Jail. I want to bring Bobby Allen back in. As he said, he covers...
But notice it's raining, everybody. The heavens don't agree with this. That's not just random. You gotta know the signs. It's raining, homie. It's raining. The heavens don't agree with this.
So Bill Cosby is now in the car.
There's a sign from the
He will be taken to
universe.
Montgomery County Jail. I want to bring Bobby Allen back in. He said he covers criminal justice for WHYY News. Bill Cosby is now kind of moving.
I cite for you. When, goddammit, the Orange Circus was inaugurated, it rained, bitches. It was like the fucking Wizard of Oz. It rained. Do you understand me? When Bush's bitch ass stole the election in 2000, go back and watch the footage from his inauguration. It rained, bitches. And the sky was dark like the Wizard of goddamn it Oz. You understand? Oh, don't play with me. I could give you $1 million. The heavens don't agree with this.
Criminal justice for WHYY News. Bill Cosby is now kind of moving. And Bobby, I want to get your feel of what he was like and what the mood was like in the courtroom right before the judge gave the sentence.
So the judge gave away pretty quickly that he was going to get a state sentence. He said, Cosby's defense team pushed for probation. I don't think that's appropriate, the judge said.
Probation was very appropriate in this case. It's an old-ass case from a man-ass bitch, and the man is 190 years old. He's not a flight risk. He's not anything. He's in the twilight of his life. He's well rooted and has roots in the country and in the community. He has a big ass fucking sprawling estate and shit. Like, he's not going nowhere. Yes, probation would have been appropriate here. You understand? Because the bitch is not dead. And he's a man. Like I say, the sexuality of this person is highly in question for me. Highly.
Team pushed for probation. I don't think that's appropriate, the judge said. The Cosby defense team pushed for an intermediate county sentence. I don't think that's appropriate. I think total confinement is appropriate. And that sounds kind of wonky to a general audience, but I cover criminal justice in Pennsylvania, and I knew right away that meant he's getting a state sentence. In the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, that means at least 2 years. And indeed, when Judge O'Neill said he's getting between 3 to 10 years, that wasn't a surprise to me, but it was a surprise to many people because they were thinking, what is the
Look, and they all over there, they're part of the lynching crew. That's the fucking Klansman's row right there, everybody. That's the Klansman's row. Let's take it back. You see, it's all of them.
8 to 10 years, that wasn't a surprise to me, but it was a surprise to
Look, the Klansman's row. Look.
Many people because they were thinking, what is...
As my grandma would say, look peeping, look peeping. When somebody's like stretching their neck or peeping at something.
A surprise to me, but it was a surprise to many people because they were thinking, what is the sentence? What is he saying? It was a very long...
And, shame on his defense counsel at this point because this brother is carrying a fucking blazer. Put that over the man's hands so they don't get that shot. You see, it's an oversight. You see, if you're at that level of defense attorney where you are dealing with a high-profile client like Bill Cosby, you don't make these elementary mistakes. Your client should not be seen with his fucking handcuffs in this control setting when you had an option to put that damn blazer over his fucking hands.
What is he saying? It was a very
Look, and they did nothing.
Long-winded statement from Judge O'Neill from the bench, but the whole time Cosby's just...
And of course, all they're focused in on is the handcuffs. Because their thirst for blood.
Looking down, leaning back in his chair, not having much of a reaction.
Give us an idea.
Okay, that was the end of that. When he said not having much of a reaction, it cut off. Like, that's the end of it. I got one more. But shame on defense counsel for that bullshit. Now, this one I'm bringing, this was actually before the... This is the eve of. Everything we've seen so far has been the report on this day's events of him being sentenced. Alright, this is before, but there's some exculpatory things in here that I thought were of value. It's a short clip, and so I want to share that with you. Let's see this now.
One of America's most beloved celebrities, Bill Cosby, on what may be his last night of freedom, facing sentencing tomorrow for sexual assault and possibly years behind bars. Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis.
Tonight, the man once dubbed America's Dad.
Boom. The article I read you was from CNN. This is ABC. What the bitch just opened with? Once known, bitch. Hear it.
America.
Cause what? They all got the memo, and it's all of them. Cause remember, they gave him that title.
The man once dubbed America's Dad is one step closer to becoming the first celebrity sentenced in
the first celebrity. You see? So this is how we know all this bullshit is fake. Cause for all this hashtagging and shit, where are these fucking women demanding fucking prosecutions? I don't see it. The silence is deafening to my ears. I'm not going to be able to hear after this video. I just won't be able to hear. And I already see dark. So that so that will work. You feel me? Like, I can't, dude. Because it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. And by the way, I suggest to you this shit has only come to fruition because Bill Cosby didn't offer these bitches a whole bunch of money. Give them money, the bitches go away. And that's probably one of the reasons why it's so silent out there right now. Oh, it was the Women's March, and it was all of it, and it's hashtag Me Too, and it's some other hashtags, and a bunch, all the bullshit. But this is the only person that has perp walked. The only person. Give me a damn break. And watch, Julie Chen's husband's shit will go away very quietly. That's why the bitch left the talk, so it can go away quietly. Because if you see her every day, we can't hush this up. Go away, Julie. Make your last announcement. Don't say shit. Don't give no more interviews. And just go away quietly, and you and your husband will have that $700 million, and y'all gonna be good. You see what I'm saying? We don't shut them bitches up, because if the shit ain't real, no way. Or whatever. But a black man don't get that. So he has to be perp walked.
In the Me Too era.
Guilty.
This bitch. Fuck her. Why hasn't the bitch had a fucking head-on collision already? Somebody tell me. You see what I'm saying? White bitch, white bitch, white bitch, white bitch, white bitch. You see? Let this visual also say to our young boys out there. You don't want shit but a sister. You don't.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty!
On Monday, Bill Cosby will be back in a Pennsylvania courtroom for the first day of his sentencing hearing. Cosby was convicted in April of 3 felony counts for drugging and...
The bitch is a man. Do you understand me? Don't play with my eyes. You understand? Yo tengo ojos grandes de mi Dios. Ah, damn it, I know a man when I see one, and that's one.
Sexually assaulting Andrea Constant in his home in 2004. Cosby has...
This fucking house, dude. And I'm sure that's not his only crib. Like, that is a goddammit chateau. Chateau. Like, you have to pay money to even say it. Chateau. You see what I'm saying? That's like chateau de jour.
Cosby has insisted any sexual encounters with Constant and other accusers were consensual. But one of the...
Anytime they do an aerial shot, you got money. You see what I'm saying? If it's our ass, they just do like a little drive-by. You just see like the nondescript address and shit. Just aerial shots. You see what I'm saying? Aerial.
Accusers were consensual. But one of the 12 jurors who convicted him says there was one key piece of evidence that led to...
So just a second.
Stunning fall from grace.
I can't. So let me understand this. His main accuser is a man, and then he's convicted by Miss Thing. I'm over it. There she is. With her dainty hair and all.
His stunning fall from grace.
I think it was his deposition, really. Miss Cosby admitted to giving these quaaludes to women.
He doesn't even know what a fucking quaalude is. He is smartphones, earbuds, tablets, texting, and fucking Facebook and Instagram, bitch. He doesn't know what a fucking Quaalude is. Take your bitch ass out the room. This is what's sitting in fucking judgment of our brother. You didn't see that man-ass bitch sitting over there in the fucking courtroom? You didn't see that?
Young women.
Cosby and Constand may come face to face again as she takes the stand.
Look, goddammit, it's goddammit Arthur Ashe, bitch. Goddammit. That is a man. Don't play with me. That's a dude. Do you understand me? I can't.
To deliver her victim impact statement.
Wait, was she trying to give runway walk right there? Like the little look to the side, like just random? Because there's no view out of any court building ever. So why was the little look to the side? Like I'm modeling. This dude thinks he's on the fucking runway, man. That is a dude.
Takes the stand.
He could fight everybody in that damn courtroom. Look. You listen. Let's just use some basic animalistic common sense, everybody. Let's just go basic. Let's just go basics. Let's just go to the basics. The Jedi is a very upstanding, highly moral individual. My character is beyond reproach. That's the truth. But throw that out. Throw that out for a minute. If you gonna be putting something in somebody's drink to get at them, it's cause it's somebody that look like, oh my God, and you feeling like you ugly as shit and you can't get none. The only thing you put in this bitch's shit is a horse tranquilizer and have the bitch transported out of your fucking crib. Stat. That. I rest.
To deliver her victim impact statement.
It's not unthinkable that the judge could sentence him to jail time and order that he be turned over.
You know, I'm really over this damn defense counsel. Maybe that's not defense counsel.
He be turned over immediately to.
I'm thinking that's the attorney. Wait.
That.
Look. He's holding the umbrella for himself, not Bill Cosby. Who is this dude?
The judge could say.
Look! What are you doing? His fat ass is fired. I said it.
Sentence him to jail time and order that he be turned over immediately to correctional officers at that hearing.
Now his defense team will be desperately fighting to stop the court from.
Now, this is not random, everybody.
To correctional officers at that. That the judge
may come face to face again as she takes the stand to deliver her victim impact statement.
First of all, if I'm a juror and soon she walks into the courtroom, I go, nah, 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 nah. But watch.
It's not.
Hear the voice, the voiceover. I want you to only listen to the voiceover.
Unthinkable that the
she begins, it's not, hold on, I only want you to hear her. Listen.
It's not unthinkable that.
It's not unthinkable. This is ABC News, the night before the verdict.
The judge could sentence him to jail time and order that he be turned over immediately to correctional officers at that hearing.
That was meant for your black ass. They specifically wanted a black, quote-unquote, legal analyst, because that means she may or may not be an attorney.
The judge.
That's for you. That's to get the black community ready. And it's at the end part of this piece. They give you the blah, 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 and the man-ass bitch, and nah. It's not unthinkable, says the black sister, for the black community on ABC News on the eve of the fucking sentencing. Hear this.
It's not unthinkable that the judge could sentence him to jail time and order that he be turned over immediately to correctional officers at that hearing.
Because white folks already knew what they was going to do. They all know. All of them. That was to get your black ass ready. Because I always tell you, when they say something is a possibility, it's already been done. It's already been done.
Now his defense team will be desperately fighting to stop the court from designating the comedian a sexually violent predator. Lindsay Davis, ABC News, Pennsylvania.
Done. Hit piece. Lindsay Davis, ABC News. That's it. Wow. This is white double standard, white lynching, white hypocrisy, fake morality. It was an overkill, sentencing this man to pay for his own damn prosecution. Like, where do they do that at? When's that ever happened in the history of ever? You paying for you. I want to be clear about that, everybody. That means all the specialists and the attorneys and everything that's sitting over on your side, like you, OJ. Now you also paying all of Marsha Clark's bullshit and the fake ass coon ass Chris Darden and all the bull. All their shit you're paying. You're paying for the whole entire thing in the arena. That's gotta be against some fucking code or regulation. I just know it. I just know it. Wow. Wow. I'm not going to go back to the article because I don't need to. It will just be redundant because it'll just be more lies. You see, when they write in blood. And you have to come in with the luminol, the eyes of luminol. And you got to be able to highlight what lies beneath to discover the truth of what's going on. And what we take from this is, we're not in love with Bill Cosby. I don't hate him, but he's not like on my list of people that I just must meet before I die and shit. Like, he's just Bill Cosby. He's just one of our many greats. We have so many. Greatest talk show host ever in the history of the fucking ever. Oprah goddammit Winfrey. She's ours. You see? Greatest golfer ever stepped on a fucking golf thing is ours. Huh? I could just keep going. The greatest anybody's done anything, it's all ours. We have so many, so we're not focused on one. They were so focused on Bill Cosby because they loved him more than we did. Same thing with OJ. They loved fucking OJ. They were on his sweaty sack. We didn't even look at OJ. We showed up. We didn't give a fuck about him. Then we showed up for the trial to make sure that justice was served. And we were over it 5 minutes after they said not guilty. We were done. They're still in therapy. Still. Right now. They're still in therapy. Still. When you take it in the context of the society. Now, if you want to take him to a Muslim country, and this has happened, and we prove that it actually happened, then you dispense whatever justice is going to be dispensed. But this is like getting somebody in a fucking public orgy. That's okay, but how dare you, I don't know, do something else, I don't know, pee on somebody or some bullshit. Oh, you're peeing on somebody, you're the worst. But I'm in a fucking orgy. Public orgy. That's the metaphor I'm giving you for this, to say that America is nothing but sin. A fucked up society. Everything about this place is against the divine. The one. And everything that he has ordained for our way of life. The entire society is against it. So when you take it in that context, and you see this, and then you add to that the optics, the bitch is a man. Bill Cosby was not blind at that time. Camille looked better than that. Camille's big toe looks better than that bitch. God damn it, I seen it. Okay, I didn't, but I might, and so it'll be in the book. All right, don't push me. All right, what do you want from me? But Bill Cosby didn't want that, and neither did nobody else. You know, quick story for you, and we'll go. It was funny to me at the time because back in the 1990s, there was this epidemic of celebrities being stalked. You know, like everybody was being stalked, and you know, there was this comedian. Was it Sandra Bernhard? I think it was Sandra Bernhard. Anyways, they were out at like a red carpet or something, and they're like, and who do we have so and so? And oh my God, we have so and so. And so she was throwing shade on somebody. So they go, oh, and there's go so and so. She goes, and we can tell you that nobody is stalking her. It was funny to me at the time, and it's still funny to me now, I guess. But damn it, I'm just saying, like, nobody wanted this bitch. Do you understand me? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Is throwing anything into her damn drink. Nobody. You understand? You just don't do that for somebody that looks like that. If you're going to be that type of person that does that, you just don't do that to somebody that looks like a fucking caballo. You just don't. I can't. Wow. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. You know, let's not go from the angle, my people, of indicting Bill Cosby. We're over that. This is not about him. You see, my whole presentation was not about the man, but about the system of white supremacy and white evil. Stick to the subject. I'll see you soon.